Well, today we have a part 3 of Jeff Jan's talk on laughter as a spiritual practice. And I have to say that I'm really looking forward to this episode because the first 2 was so fun and good. And everybody here knows Jeff, and Jeff has many talents, one of which is performance, and one of which is putting together organizational information. And he has done such a wonderful job researching this and putting it all together. So put your hands together for Jeff Jans.
This is going to be a little bit different than the other 2, but not much. Actually want to repeat something that we did at the very beginning, the first one, and it kind of goes like this. I'll just move into one more. Right. And if you remember this, I asked you to think of or have in mind some sort of thing that's weighing heavy on your mind. Not maybe to that degree, but close. And I'd like to have you do that again. So just like now, I'll give you a minute or so. Come up with something that's, holding you back, holding you down right now. And then we'll do something else. So go for that. In case you need some help, there's some types of things that I encounter. Has everybody got something? Okay. Now, here is a scene from the movie Singing in the Rain. It's Donald O'Connor's singing Make 'Em Laugh. Now, go back to what you were thinking was something on your mind, something weighing heavy on your mind. Is it still there? No? You forgot all about it. So just now, right? But while that was going on, you probably were laughing, if not out loud, but in your head, some of you were laughing. And that's the idea. What we began with is that laughter brings you to the present. You can't not be present when you're laughing. Give it a try sometime. See if you can try, thinking about something else while you're laughing. It's not possible. So I just wanted to re-emphasize that as we go into this and talk about what will be the 10 commandments of joy today. So we're going to have 10 commandments, and they're going to go pretty quick. So hold on. Back one.
Come on now, snap out of it.
Right. Humor often is about religion. Have spiritual jokes, rabbi jokes, priest jokes, Catholic jokes, all the different, and there's a reason for that, and it has to do with getting those that are in positions of authority or power in some other way often get kind of ahead of themselves, get ahead about themselves. And the humor helps to make that lesson, go away a little bit. Anyway, so also this is a George Carlin line I thought was when it comes to self-righteousness and pomposity, religion has been unchallenged winner for at least 5,000 years. So, nobody does it better. So, in the early days of Christianity, if you were made or were helping to get somebody to laugh or actually laughing, you could be, a hand lopped off or no. some sort of punishment, probably not that severe, and probably never laugh again as a result of that. But then prior to that, Jewish humor was and always has been about how that same thing that I was talking about before, where the people that are ego-driven, pompous folks are brought down by the somewhat sarcastic humor about them, and they often are about making fun of themselves too. So it's a way to keep humble. You know, it's a way to have your to help not only yourself but others be humble and stop you know, being pompous. So the word, so it said, keeping humble and refraining from blaming others for your own mishigas. I'm going to teach you some Hebrew. It's craziness, you know, your own, your lunacy, things that where you drive yourself and others crazy, and so that's a word we use a lot around in our house. I get that. Oh, well, Mickey's learning a lot of Yiddish and Hebrew as a result. That's cool. So, oy vey, I'm such a putz. You know, that's what that's about. I like the joke there. Why wouldn't the Pharaoh let the Hebrews go? He was in denial. Okay. Here are some Catholic jokes. Now, know that these are not putting anybody down or in any way criticizing Catholicism. They might criticize some individuals, but here we go. So, go ahead.
What religion does a cat practice? Catholic. What do you call a sleeping, walking nun? A Roman Catholic. Why can't muggers catch Catholics during Lent? They fast. What do you call a Catholic priest who became a lawyer? A father-in-law.
All right, now this is the Pope. A kid asked the Pope, how many people work in the Vatican? And he thought about it for a bit and replied,
About half.
a lot of people just sit around. Okay. So yeah, some jokes on Catholics. We have then another type, schlock. Schlock. Does anybody know what schlock is? What do you? It yeah, something that's yeah, just a little bit above being disgraceful. Not disgraceful, but close, you know, so it can be funny. So the idea around Jewish humor is to deflate the high and mighty, defend poor people from exploitation, and the minor criticisms that you do and you can come about yourself, you know, and where you go, I'm what a putz. So that's what we have in a way for Jewish humor. It's also about self-criticism. Yeah, people berate themselves. A.A. Milne does nothing all day. And then Groucho Marx, I love this. Who's always putting others down, but in a way that you appreciate when it happens because it's so funny. And or how is he that clever? Anyway, so Oh, some Jewish jokes. Ready? Yeah. Okay.
I just got back from a pleasure trip. I took my mother-in-law to the airport. I told the doctor that I broke my leg in 2 places. He told me to quit going to those places. I got a friend who's half Jewish and half Italian. If he can't buy it wholesale, he steals it. I knew I was an unwanted baby when my bath toys were a toaster and a radio.
Shocking. Thank you, the two of you, for reading those jokes. That's great. All right. The 10 Commandments of Joy. Here's Moses. Come on, Moses. There he is. He's getting ready to smash the 10 Commandments. Just what? Now a little crazy. Oh, yeah. All right. The first one. So, you know, I often, when people are praying, they're asking for someone to do something, you know, for them, versus asking for the wherewithal to take care of it themselves. And that's what this is about. So that it's, instead of asking why is this happening and asking for big time help, thank the higher powers for being with you and helping you work it out yourself. So, what's the real reason the 10 Commandments aren't in a courthouse? Well, you cannot post, thou shalt not steal, shalt not commit adultery, shalt not lie, in a building that's full of lawyers, judges, and politicians, because it creates a hostile work environment. Oh. There we go. Thou shalt compartmentalize your anger so it won't steal your joy. What happened?
Gotta reshare it.
Oh, sorry out there in Zoom land. Kyle is working magic here.
This is where we're at.
Yeah. Right. Good.
You might just have
That's okay. Compartmentalize your anger so it won't steal your joy. And the classic example is when you get angry at someone and you can't give it up, right? You're hanging on to it for a long time. And what happens then is that the anger squeezes out your joy, and that's bad. So this is Moses coming down from the mountain to deliver the 10 Commandments. And I didn't know that he smashed them. Did everybody know that? Yeah. Well, you're well versed. But so he saw the folks in his party, the young Israelites, praying to an idol, and he was angry. So he took the commandments, the tablets, and smashed them, and then said, you know what, it's okay, I have a backup. So there you go.
It's got a PDF version.
Yeah. So now the 10 Commandments are, on a Yeah, on your phone. Does anybody have the 10 Commandments on their phone? No, I don't. Okay. All right. So, number 3, believe you deserve joy. And no, this is a common phrase out there about joy does not simply happen. You must choose it. So it's hard, I think, for a lot of people to be able to say, I can change this. I can be and react to something in a different way than I am currently. So this is fun. Dating sites are terrible for your self-esteem. If I wanted to feel neglected, I'd go sit with my wife. I know, that's kind of a... My credit card company boosts my self-esteem. They keep telling me I have an outstanding balance. Buddy, these pills you're taking, are they for your face? No, they're for my low self-esteem. Can't believe it. So you're not taking anything for your face? Thought that was cool. And then, yeah. So thou shalt laugh with spirit. So everything that I've read and in researching all of this has said that the God and especially the Bible have lots and lots of jokes. It's funny if people look at see it. It's what are you doing? Oh, sorry. So I tried to explore that a little bit, and here's some things. No, they talk about spirit enlightens by using irony, which we've talked about, and paradox, which we've also talked about in both 1 and 2 sessions, and metaphor. But what I found there was that it also comes in the form of a joke. And if you're not paying attention to that, you might miss it. What Spirit has come to you and given you in times of woe. So this is a God joke. Okay, God says to the person standing before him, sorry, your username and password don't match. And the guy standing before him says, dear God, you've got to be kidding. Literally, dear God. And then God says, gotcha. I love that. Okay. And then this is a funny one too. An assistant of God says, is it done? God says, add a little toe to his foot. The assistant says, why? Well, God says, it's for the furniture. This is the furniture? Believe me, it'll be funny. Some God humor. I love it. Okay. Number 5 is live gratefully. Together, gratitude and joy can create a powerful, positive feedback loop. They feed off of each other so that you're practicing gratitude and how most of us, probably all of us, felt as Kim talked about the amount of effort and help that has gone into helping that family. And so it brings about a feeling of abundance. Yeah, would you say that's true? You're grateful, and with the grateful feeling comes abundance and a kind of contentment. So then, by experiencing that, laughter and humor are reinforced, and it even propels our gratitude into a higher level, a higher sphere. So Keep laughing. Keep being grateful. Yes. So, what does a banana say? Oh, you want to do this? Oh, okay. What does a banana say to express its gratitude? Thanks a bunch. I'm thankful for laughter, except for when milk comes out my nose. Even though we can't have all we want, we ought to be grateful we don't get what we deserve. I am thankful for the voices in my head that keep me company when I am alone. I'm even more thankful for the voices of reason that remind me they are just in my head. That's cool. All right. Commandment number 5. Science-backed reasons for why you should laugh more. And there's all kinds of research around this. I had no idea that, Google how laughter helps, and you'll just endless amount of stuff on the web. So it activates serotonin, enables brain cells and other nervous systems to communicate, helps with sleeping, eating, and digestion, and releases endorphins. I was thinking that some movie I was thinking where someone didn't know what endorphins, so it said endorphins, or yeah, no, it's endorphins. Anyway, releases the brain. Endorphins help to relieve stress and pain, and cortisol. So some stuff to know that there are biological aspects to the way in which laughter and humor keeps you healthy. I think that's cool. So why didn't the stressed out skeleton go to the party? Because he had no body to go with. Groan. Good. Keep groaning. How does the ocean handle stress? Waves it goodbye. What does a stressed clock take breaks? To unwind. And what does a hairdresser never stress? Never stresses? Snip happens. Okay. That didn't go over so well. I'll work on that some more. And there's a link down there to Mayo Clinic's enormous take on how laughter and humor helps us. And that really, why was meditating a smartphone always calm? It had internet peace. Okay. Norman Cousins, and does everybody know, I talked about this briefly, about Norman Cousins was really what got me thinking about humor and how it is healthy. And he had a disease, right? I talked about this before. Does anybody remember what that was about? No? Say it again. Yes. Yeah. And doctor said, you're probably not going to live very long, so just get used to it and die. And he said, hell with that. And somehow I was watching a movie, and I'm pretty sure it was a Marx Brothers movie, that he was laughing so hard at it and felt so great afterwards. I'm onto something here, and continued to do that, laughing, finding humor, finding as many. He saw every single Marx Brothers movie, and then went on to Laurel and Hardy and Costello and all the other greats. Even Bill Cosby at the time. I know that's weird to think about, but he said he loved what and how innocent Bill Cosby's humor was. Anyway, Norman Cousins. And then this is the thing. Laughter is contagious, so don't resist it. So we're going to do something. Would you just say ha ha? Would you say ha ha? Would you? Ha ha. And one more. Okay. Now do it all together. Ha. Everybody at the same table do the same thing. Ha. Yeah. Okay. Now two tables at once. Go. Keep going. Keep going. You all do the same thing. Keep going. Everybody, keep going. Laughter. Keep it going. What happened there? Anybody ever done that before? No? Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's contagious. That was the idea, is that when somebody or a group of people start laughing, so do you. Because you hear it and you go, what's that about? And want to figure it out and just start laughing. So what a cool thing I think that is, just everybody starts laughing. And I don't know what we're laughing about, but whatever. So that's a really great thing to know about laughter. And then this is big, but I'll just talk about it real quickly. At Lake Waukomis, out there, we drive around and we walk, and there's a great many people who know each other, and even if you don't, you wave. We all wave at each other as we go by. If you're walking, if you're driving, because you could drive only 20 miles an hour, and there is a really wonderful sort of friendliness and community about that happening, and it's kind of childlike, and so the idea there then is to continue to notice the things that used to be things that you would do in a childlike way, like be curious about something, or what else is up there? The idea that you have no idea of what a person has about them, and then they're funny suddenly. So be up for that. Be totally into and wanting to find out stuff, and not just poo-poo it because, well, I'm an adult now. And so the idea there is to be childlike, not childish, but childlike in how you see the world. Continue to see the world, and not because, oh, I'm an adult now, I can't be seen doing that. Anyway, look, that's a good. And then, this is for sure. This is a George Bernard Shaw quote. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. And then we're all familiar with Catcher in the Rye. Yeah. Holden Caulfield said in there, children are the most pure and true humans on the planet. And once that pureness is incredibly important, and it's easy and should be to hold on to if lost. And then if not lost, go back and find it. We are constantly bombarded with stories of unspeakable violence, hatred. It's increasingly important for those who manage to hold on to these virtues, rise up and spread the world's peace. So let's make people laugh. Make them laugh. Lean on laughter in times of trouble. This is number 9. Tapping into your ability to laugh, you remind yourself and everyone around you that you can handle it. still you may need some help. Great sorrow is possible when and for laughter to sneak up on you. So when it does, it may feel inappropriate, you may feel inconsiderate or blasphemous. You ever had that where you're in the middle of something and it's not the greatest in the world, but you start laughing? Yeah, why is that? It's the dialectic again, where we talked about opposites and can happen simultaneously, so that you're laughing, but you're crying. Or you can switch, go back and forth between them. So that's what's happening there. So just because it sometimes inappropriateness is funny. Mickey hears this all the time because I'm inappropriate a lot. So in addition to the humor, it points out another profound paradox that when we're stressed, we have the capability to both laugh and cry. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. This is the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and it's the scene where Chuckles the clown has a funeral, because he was dressed up as a peanut, and as he was walking, there was an elephant nearby, and the elephant went to eat the peanut and smashed him, and he died. That's funny, huh? No. So who walks around as a peanut and has an elephant kill him? So there's a funeral going on for Chuckles in this scene. I watched that I don't know, 10 times while I was getting it together, the whole thing, and I still can't stop laughing at it, and it's just hysterical. But what happened? Something changed in the middle, at the very end. Well, she was trying to keep everyone from making any jokes, and this is a funeral, for God's sake, and you have to be solemn. And then she couldn't hold that. I mean, she couldn't herself. And then what happened at the end? She's crying. She was hysterical in a whole different way. And that's the paradox, that we can both have the humor and the sorrow together. And I just, wow. And the guy that wrote that is Jay, I can't remember his last name. And I said, wow, that guy is brilliant. But that was fun. So hope you enjoyed it. Move on. Commandment number 10, don't waste opportunities for joy. And I love this. This is an Irma Bombeck quote. Think of all the women on the Titanic who on that fateful night said no to dessert. Missed out on a great dessert. Postponing joy in times of sorrow or pain, but no matter where we find ourselves, it's still a gift, laughter, and then we must honor that gift. So there's one last thing here. It's to know what's not funny. So, I mean, there are times when you think of something and you're in a situation and it's funny, and if you don't have Mickey with you to tell you to stop, you come up with something that everyone goes, oh shit. So don't laugh at the expense of others. Some forms of humor are not appropriate, so you need to use judgment to not joke in terms of when somebody is not able to hear it. So the last thing here is that he who laughs lasts. And
That's all, folks.